Hello! I'm so excited to share with you these beautiful picture books about people and places and emotions and journeys. And we're going to start right now with my favorite memories. This is from a fairly new publisher, Blue Dot Kids Press. And if you are not familiar with them, please check them out. Another one of my very favorites of the season is What Saida Said. So please check that out as well. And this is about a girl who's getting ready to embark on a journey as she thinks about all the things she would like to take with her and kind of revisits the things that are truly important to her. The illustrations are truly lovely, and it's just such an evocative, wonderful way to talk about those kinds of experiences with children. So this is my favorite memories from Blue Dot Kids Press. Also, Birdsong is another story about a journey. In this case, there's a new girl who's coming to a country, and she makes a new friend, her neighbor next door. And as the new friend is starting to journey towards the end of his life, it's about that experience, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is from Greystone Kids, and this is Birdsong by Julie Flett. So another one to just treasure and spend time with every page. Also be very good word prompts for kids. The Refuge, I'm showing you here an advanced reading copy. This is another story about journey, and this is about the refugee experience. So please take a look at this one. It's from Amazon Crossing Kids. This is their new imprint that is specifically for books that come from other countries. And this is about a girl who comes to a new place and is going to school and her early school time experiences, which is also the Saida, the message in Saida. And in this one, the kids notice that this girl's always looking up at the sky. Why does she seem worried? So it kind of explains to them what her experiences may have been, where she came from, and why she may be kind of anxious, and how they can help with that. Moving on to another story of a child who is on the move. This is Child of St. Kilda. This book has been out a little while, but I just think it's one of the most beautiful picture books I've ever seen. As you can see, it's by Beth Waters, published by Child's Play. And this is about a small island way out from Scotland, and when they decided that they needed to remove the people from the island and make them live on the mainland. Just because it was so remote, it was hard to get them supplies. And this is about the journey of one of the last children who lived on St. Kilda, a remote, gorgeous, beautiful place, now a bird sanctuary. And so not only do you have that child's story, but then you get a lot of really great information about the island and sketchbooks from the artist. So that is Child of St. Kilda. Be a good word prompt, writing prompt, as kids can tell their own story. What would they be a child of, and what things would be important to show? And this is about a little girl and her friend in the city of Mumbai. Now, Mumbai is one of the biggest cities in the world. It might be the biggest. And this is, she's really lonely for where she came from the mountains and the rivers. And her friend explains to her that Mumbai also has mountains and rivers and things to see and glory. And here's an example of a river in Mumbai. And the mountains are so high. And they almost touch the sky, and they're varying colors, and I'm trying to find that picture. This is the mountains of Mumbai. This is from Kadidi Tales, which is a publisher based in India. But everything I show you is going to be easily accessible here in the United States. So I don't want you to think that I'm teasing you with books you can't get, because you can get them. This is from Imagination Press, and this is about a girl who just is trying to figure out who she is and what makes her special. So it's a wonderful story about accepting yourself and celebrating it and just being comfortable in your own skin. So wonderful, affirming, resilient story. The Heart of Mi Familia is also from Imagination Press, and this is where a blended family and the experience of how they come together and how they move through life and how they learn to appreciate each other and what they bring to the relationship. So this is The Heart of Mi Familia from Imagination. And lastly, Underground from Cicada Books. This is a British publisher, but what I love about this is it can be used in a really cross-curricular way. And you see, here's Moscow. Here is the subway system in Moscow. So if you're teaching geography, this could be really super helpful. And it has all these incredible numbers, and you can see all this information, but there is a half page in here. I'm going to flip it over, and then you have a seek and find element. So there are subway systems from around the world. We have Beijing, you saw Moscow, Tokyo, Mexico City, New York, London, Paris. things you would expect. So these are just a few of the fantastic picture books you'll find in our booth. Please check out the Pinterest board, look at the interviews with the authors. You might actually win a physical copy from the author conversations, and lots of things to download so you can read. So we miss not being with you in person, but here's a way to experience the booth virtually. Have a great NCSS, and thank you so much for stopping by to visit.